Hello everybody and welcome back to another video, and today I will be discussing the top 10 weapons in Breath of the Wild. Now these weapons are in my opinion, so don't go attacking me saying that there's supposed to be a top 10 or there isn't a top 10. These are all in my opinion, and I ranked them by durability and usefulness. Now I know this topic has already been discussed by Nintendo Life and a few others, but my list is quite different to theirs, and I wanted to share my views with all of you. I'm not going to include the DLC weapons or the Master Sword and Hylian Shield. It's just too obvious that these are OP, and not everybody has the DLC. Coming in our 10th spot is the Frostblade. Now the Frostblade can be replaced with its two other variants, the Great Frostblade and the Frost Spear. But I personally enjoy the Frostblade most, because it kills fire enemies in one shot. You can swing it multiple times, and it stops enemies in their tracks. Now the Frostblade is at number 10 because of its lack of need in the game. Only 2 regions in Hyrule have an abundance of fire monsters, and if you do freeze a monster, it's not going to stay frozen for very long. Coming in at number 9 on our list is the opposite of the Frostblade, the Flameblade. Not only does the Flameblade kill frost enemies in one hit, but it also can light a fire wherever you'd like, as long as it's not raining. There is far more tundra regions in Hyrule than lava regions, so the benefit outweigh those of the Frostblade. Coming in at number 8 is the Savage Lionel Crusher. The Savage Lionel Crusher gives one of the highest amounts of damage in the game, and can be swung around for easy kills. The downside to this weapon is that it's very heavy. You can only swing it a couple times, but you can swing it around in circles if you have a lot of stamina. Also, the durability of this weapon is not the best, but it's not that hard to obtain, and it's very, very powerful. Coming in at number 7, we have the Royal Broadsword. The Royal Broadsword does one of the highest damages out of any one-handed sword in the game, and it's not that hard to find once you've been inside Hyrule Castle. The Royal Broadsword has an okay durability, but that doesn't mean that it isn't very useful when the Master Sword runs out of energy. Coming in at number 6 on our list is the Guardian Shield Plus Plus. The shield can be obtained from the strongest of the Guardian Scouts and is the biggest shield in the game. Not only does the shield glow and have an amazing power, but it also has an alright durability, and it can be used to deflect Guardian Scout beams from a distance or up close. And, not to mention, it looks really cool to shield surf on! In 5th place, we have the Lizzle Boomerang. Not only does the Lizzle Boomerang deal a whopping amount of damage for a one-handed weapon, but it also can be used as a boomerang to hit enemies from afar, and it comes back to you. I also use any of the boomerangs except for the giant boomerang for this purpose, but you can actually get palm fruit down from the high trees. It's definitely not one of the best weapons in the game, of course, but it can be found in a lot of places and it's very easy to obtain. Here at number 4 is one of my personal favorites, the Thunder Spear. This is such an incredible weapon because not only is the durability pretty great, it can also be used for so many awesome things. You can disarm an enemy with this weapon and make them stop attacking. It's like an ancient taser. I personally use this weapon the most to disarm enemies and to kill wolves. Because honestly, don't attack me, you asshole. You're gonna die if you're gonna be an asshole. Coming in 3rd place is the Savage Lionel Bow. Not only does this bow have a 3-shot variant guaranteed with every bow, it also gives a whopping amount of damage. While the durability of the weapon may not be the best, it is incredibly useful and could knock out enemies in one hit. Not to mention that the bow has a 5-shot variant, and that is extremely useful. And it can be used to defeat the mounted archery game. In 2nd place is an extremely useful weapon and can be extremely helpful when navigating the Hyrule fields and the castle. This is the Ancient Shield. You can obtain this shield from Romy for 1,000 rupees at Ancient Akala Tech Lab. If you're too broke and if you don't want to spend your time to kill the Guardians the other 2 ways, then you can use this shield. Hold it up and it really just deflects the beam without any other effort. It's extremely simple and extremely useful. I really do apologize for saying extremely so many times, but it really is incredibly helpful. The ancient shield costs 1,000 rupees, requires some ancient parts, and a giant ancient core. The durability of this weapon really isn't that great. Now this shield would usually come in first place because of its absolute amazingness, if that's even a word. But because of its really weak durability, it comes in second. Now for the ultimate weapon in Breath of the Wild. In first place, we have the golden bow. I cannot stress how important this weapon is and how useful it is throughout the course of the game. It may not appear to be much at first, as it doesn't really have very good damage, but it's actually a sniper bow, meaning that you can zoom in more when using it. Its counterpart, the Phrenic bow, is a lot harder to find and doesn't spawn somewhere consistently. The golden bow can be found where the guards Gerudo are training all the way in the back of the town. Every blood moon, the weapon can be found there. It's also needed for a few Korok puzzles, and it's very easy to use versus the other bows. On top of that, its durability is something to be happy about. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out, and I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more content, check out my channel and subscribe while you're at it. But, yeah guys, that's it. I love you all, and stay crazy!
Gotta miss you every single day and night, so far away.